Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena, Brawls, deck techs, and gameplay sessions. We are running into Historic Brawl. I haven't played this format in a while. We got some new stuff for Alchemy, some changed cards in Alchemy, and I thought what better place to start than with a deck that's actually quite hot in Alchemy, in Mono Red Dragons. But we're going to play it in the format of a 100 card Historic Brawl with Sarkhan, Wanderer of Shiv. He's a 4-mana 4 loyalty planeswalker that you can plus him in two different ways. The first way is to make your dragons perpetually gain the spell cost 1 less colorless to cast, and you can pay X. But in this deck it doesn't really matter because your deck colors are all red or colorless. We have conjure a card named Shiv and Dragon into your hand, which is a very old school card for 6 mana 5/5 flying dragon that has fire breathing. And -2, it deals 3 damage to target creature, so it can protect itself if need be when it first comes out, or it can start making your dragons cheaper. Some of those new cards, we have Arms Scavenger. I like the fact that you can get a whole bunch of different equipment that will help you in many different ways. Fearsome Whelp does a similar thing to Sarkhan, which makes your dragons in your hand perpetually gain this spell costs 1 less colorless to cast. So perpetual means the effect stays on no matter where the cards go in the zone. We have Brittle Blast. Makes it so that all your opponent's creatures, when they die, they get exiled instead. It also deals 5 damage to a creature or a planeswalker. Town Razor Tyrant. You can change one of the special lands they have into a land that has no abilities, and it deals 2 damage to you as you sacrifice it. So you basically get to blow up a land. I put Goldspan Dragon in here because it has been changed with this format to whenever it attacks, you create a treasure token, and then no longer get a treasure token when it gets targeted, and those treasure tokens to sacrifice to add 2 mana. And the final card we have in here is Tibalt Wicked Tormentor. This might be a fun one to play around with as a commander later. It has +1, add red, and you get to draft one of the cards in the spellbook. I'll link the spellbooks in the description below so that you can see the spellbooks. +1, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker unless that controller has Tibalt deal 3 damage to them. If they do, you can discard a card to draw a card. So you either kill something, or you get to deal 3 damage to your opponent, and you get to draw a card and discard a card. Or you get to loot, discard, and then you can create X 1/1 green or red devil creature tokens when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So you could play this, instantly make 3 blockers if you're far behind, or if they're really low life, you can make 3 creatures that will ping them whether they deal damage or they die. So that's a pretty cool idea. Got some other big dragons and Sarkhan, Wanderer of Shiv. All right, let's play a few games. All right, mono red versus mono red. We have one of our creatures that helps us make our things hasty. We have ramp. If these two can stick around, Terra Mount Velas can come down and be a pretty big beater. We got mana, we get to go first. Up against Chandra, Dressed to Kill. They got the fancy art here. Probably a mono red burn aggro style of deck would be my best guess. So you +1, you get to add our mana. +1, you get to basically draw a card. They're playing snow, so that's usually when you're most of the time you're going to be playing snow. All right, do we do this? I think we get a dragon out, or do we do this and force them to use removal on it? Oh no, we're going to do this. Let's get our ramp on. Worship the masters of the skies. So if we draw land and Sarkhan comes down, we could play this, but that doesn't help us much. Probably play this one. Unless we draw land, then we can play Sarkhan the Masterless. Now they have a choice. Do we take down the planeswalker, or do we take down this haste thing? Because this haste thing can wreak some havoc. Or, you know, you could just quit. All right. Game number 2. Honestly, I think one of the things that I'm most excited for is just playing different decks. This is a very good hand, by the way. Removal, removal, removal. Very powerful creatures. This might not be a dragon, but it might as well be one. Up against Dovan Baan. So until your next turn. So it slows down your creatures and stops their activated abilities. Gain 2 life, draw a card. Whenever your opponent can't untap more than 2 permanents. Yikes. So this will be a control deck of some kind. So I'm not sure if we're gonna hold on to this shock or if we're gonna throw it at their face. So let's hope they brainstorm lock themselves and don't have any mana. Concession might do that here. But just seeing cards you haven't seen in a long time, I think that's one of the more fun. I am just gonna throw this at their face. So I think we have to win this as fast as we can. So no, they could have all manner of things. That's a scary card. It's a very powerful card. Bone Crusher Giant. So this you get to conjure a random card that has a whole bunch of them. Do we do it this way? Yeah. So you could get any one of... So we're gonna have to start playing around something like Force Spike. Now I think we try to jam this, because this doesn't really do too much for us right now. The Rekindling Phoenix is much more powerful of a card for us to hold on to and keep. I'm sure there's a counterspell coming for this. I wonder what they got. Swords, Light of Hope, Ponder, Force Spike, Dark Ritual, Duress, Lightning Bolt. Can you play them as any color? Yeah, that kind of broken, eh? They interesting.
Your odds of winning are infinitesimal.
Sure.
Options are decreasing.
Your options are decreasing. So we can deal 3 we can kill their commander. All right, counter this. Nope. This is creature only, son of a biscuit. All right. Read the cards, people. Read the cards. This is kind of a must deal with because it starts making dragons. This is only creature. See, it's been a while since I've got to play with this stuff. You kind of got to keep plussing this unless you want to try and draw like a board wipe or something. Mm-hmm.
You're only making it worse.
Brawl. This card is apparently like the bane of this format's existence. Making instants and sorceries cost 1 less, and then whenever you spell counter something, you get to draw a card. And discard a card. So you loot. Now, do I just ignore this and start going face? I think we do. And I think we start getting the on board tricks. The onboard stuff going. They can bounce it if they want. Full cost, behold the multiverse. 2 on top, that's scary. That's very scary. I should have maybe poked that for 1.
Such weakness is amusing.
Okay. This could end up being a very long game. Because I don't see an end in sight with this Dovan Baan. Okay. Swords of Plowshares would not be fun. This card is very powerful, very annoying. Now they got a ponder. So, when it dies, you get an 0-1, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, or the beginning of the next upkeep, your upkeep, you sacrifice that token and you get the Phoenix back. You get to take an extra turn. If they take 1 more extra turn, we could be in trouble.
Surely you knew this would happen.
If they can alt Dovan Baan, I don't think we stick around. That's a thing. That's 2 of them. This only does 5. Hexproof. Well, that doesn't do us much good. This doesn't do us much good either. I think we've lost. Because they're going to get the ultimate this next turn, and there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, I think it's time to move on to the next game. Let's say good game. And concede. Kaboom. Alright, on to game number 3. Right, this is fun. We have ramp, we have a removal spell. With a powerful card, we're up against Admiral Beckett Brass, which is pirate tribal. So if at the beginning of your end step, you gain control of a non-land permanent that a player who is dealt damage by 3 or more pirates this turn. So you're trying to just overwhelm and steal. We're going to go with this on red. So whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 for until the end of turn for each other attacking pirate. Dum. Do we play this? We have no dragons in our hand. We could make us a dragon in our hand. I think that's okay. Let's get ourselves a Shivan dragon. So this is the planeswalker in a way is kind of a come attack me kind of thing. Now they know we have a big scary dragon. This is one of my favorite commanders for mono red for sure. Oh, they're stuck on lands? That's not fun. Attacking Sarkhan.
You only stoke my spirit.
Okay, so let's do this. So I have 5, right? So if I play this, that makes that 4, which we can't. I think I'm going to play this and make a 4/4. No, because then it dies next turn. Let's play this. There we go. Turn 5 mana, 5/5 flyer. And they're done. They didn't draw land. That's sad. All right. We got one more in us, and then we'll be done. All right, here we go. Ooh, we got a couple new cards. Nothing until turn 3, which could be a problem. Because I'm thinking this deck is going to, well, it could be a control-y, but they could come out fast. We'll keep it. A little loose, but... So basically, you play an enchantment, you draw a card and gain a life. So it'll be Selesnya life gain with enchantment sub-theme would be my guess. Or could very well just be Selesnya enchantments with the life gain sub-theme. Could go either way. I think we play Dragon Speaker Shaman, because that does the most for us. Could just abrade their commander, but I think this helps us big time. Because next turn we could go Faceless Agent into Goldspan. Into abrade. That's a very powerful turn. Oh, okay. So they're going Voltron-y. Alright, so we'll play Faceless Haven. This is another one of those cards that got kind of nerfed. This into this to attack into this, or do I not want to do that? If I don't do that, I could this plus this to deal 6 damage to this if they don't buff it again. I think that's the play. I could have tried to choke their mana a bit. Okay. That's not scary. But they won't attack now, I don't think. They will attack. Got it. Alright, so we can do this into this here. This here. This is going to be a nuisance, but and then I think I'm going to play this. And we'll target that. I don't think they're going to sacrifice it. I didn't think they would. Oh boy. Angels for days. 1, 2, this? No, we're gonna discard that.
I fight with a dragon's red. Bolus told me I should do this.
Gonna do that.
This is the paragon.
We're gonna do that. Both attack. This plus this. Ay ay ay. This is a problem. And this is the fun of Historic Brawl.
All dragons are welcome by my side.
Yep, that was a huge draw. This one? Sure. That one. I guess I could have had mana left.
Come to me.
I don't care. Did not expect a token sub-theme. That's cool. Well, that's pretty. Sythis. Or Syths. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. I mean... Oh, I hit the wrong button. That sucks. We're gonna lose because of that? I can't believe I hit the wrong button. Mm-hmm. No. It's not over yet, but it's not great. So at the beginning of your upkeep. So it is a tokens theme. The hammer? Do this. I think I'm going to sacrifice this to take a look. I should have done this sooner. That was dumb. Land, resolve, auto pay. We'll do this. We'll do this. I'm going to put this right here. Let's attack. We have to block it twice. Why would I not do that? Target this, haha. What are they gonna get? Mirari's make would make sense. What is this? Enchant player, creatures, okay. 16. Oof. Oof. I believe we have lost. But we've lost in a cool way. I didn't play great, but I don't think it really matters. Hellkite, Flying Riot, doesn't really do much for me. I can make something +10/+10, but that doesn't do anything either. Do this. Put a counter on it. Comes into play tapped anyways. Resolve. Attack and kill us. Here. No attacks in the turn. We're not going to do deck tech for the or post game for this because, well, I don't know why they're still casting spells, but yeah. Do the mono red the way you want to do it. Dragons is fun. The deck is fun. We got our ass kicked, and that's okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. From Mr. Pisto to you. Bye for now.